It's time for our next adventure, but Jason's not with me on this one. Look who I've got. Hi. So it is me and Sophia, and we are going to Alaska. This is her first time in Alaska, my favorite place. We are doing a land and sea tour. Today is a very busy travel day. We just drove 4 hours from where we live in the middle of Louisiana to the Houston airport because it's boarding. So we have a direct flight from Houston to Anchorage. Then we get our car and we drive 2 hours north to a little town with Hatcher's Pass Castle ATV tours, which we're doing tomorrow. So we're so excited about all that. That's kicking off our big Alaska adventure. We are going to be in Anchorage. We're going to be doing the Kenai Fjords. We're going to Denali, and then we get on our cruise and do 7 days southbound. It's going to be a whirlwind adventure, and we're about to board the plane and get going. We have a 7.5-hour flight to Anchorage. We've made it to Anchorage. Oh my God, that flight in, I think somebody's excited. That flight in is absolutely gorgeous. When you start seeing the mountains and you're coming down on those mountains, it is absolutely stunning. And we made it through the airport. Sophia saw her first moose in the Anchorage airport. And now it is 7:30 Anchorage time. It is 10:30 our time. But we're hungry because they did not serve a meal on the plane. So, of all places to eat,
Canes.
We chose somewhere from Louisiana. We're at Canes, Raising Canes. And what's awesome is we're standing here in the parking lot. There's Canes. We're gonna get something to eat, and the Alaska mountain range is literally right there, all around Anchorage. Absolutely beautiful. And what does the temperature feel like?
Good. Oh, a seagull.
It was 96 degrees when we left Houston. It is a beautiful 62 degrees here. The short sleeves are wonderful. The sun is shining. We're hungry. Let's go eat. All right, tummies are full. Now we have a 2-hour drive north to Hatcher's Pass, which is where we're spending the night tonight because we have an ATV tour tomorrow that we're super excited about. So, luckily, it is very bright out here, and we are in the land of the midnight sun, so it's not going to get dark, even though it feels like 11 p.m. to our bodies right now. It's only 8 o'clock here, so let's get going. Oh my goodness. So we are almost at our destination. We are on Hatcher's Pass Road, and I just had to stop because this is Willow Creek running right next to us, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I had to stop, and then we stop and get out, and there's literally a moose right there drinking from the creek. It took off as soon as we stopped, but wow, we saw a moose in the flesh, not just a dead one in the airport. And Sophia's like, oh my God, look, there's a moose right there. It's so cool. We have arrived at our castle for the night. I'm not kidding at all. This is an actual castle. It's got turrets on both sides. We are spending the night here. This is the Hatcher Pass Castle ATV tours, and we will be doing our tour tomorrow at noon. But this is where we're spending the night. The creek is literally right there. I can hear it running right next to the property. This is pretty cool. Welcome to our room in the castle. We are on the 3rd floor, so we've got an amazing view of Hatcher's Pass. I'll show you that in just a second. But look how adorable this room is. It's got this rustic cabin vibe in here. I love the lights on the wall. They're all around. And then it's like, I don't know, like sheet metal kind of, but it's not sheet metal, but that's what it looks like. It looks really cool all around the edges. I love the rustic vibe in here. You've got antlers and you've got just cute little wooden chairs. And right there next to the bed is a sound machine, and it's just got sounds of nature, but you don't even need that. Just open the window because that's your air conditioning, the window, because it feels great outside. So you just open the window and the cool air comes in, but I can hear the creek from inside the room. I keep wanting to say inside the cabin because that's what it feels like. It feels like a rustic cabin. So we've got a great king size bed here. Little cute nightstands on either side with plenty of plugs. Adorable little chair and a fun bathroom. So we're gonna crash because to us, it is midnight and we've had a 14-hour travel day to get from Louisiana to up here in Alaska, and I will be very honest, I'm quite tired. So the sun is still shining bright outside. It looks like it's mid-afternoon, but to us it's midnight. So we have sleeping masks and we're gonna crash. See you in the morning and I'll show you around the rest. Well, I'm gonna go show you the view real quick. And we've got our tour tomorrow at noon. Yeah, as you can see, this view is pretty spectacular. And you can tell by the sun that it looks like the sun is setting behind there. You can tell by the shadows and the like sunset colors that it has on the trees over here, but the sun won't actually set. It'll kind of go down and then bounce right back up. So we have to cover our eyes best we can and get some sleep. See you in the morning. Bye. Good morning from Alaska. It is fantastic here. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. It's about 65 degrees out here, maybe a little bit cooler than that. Absolutely perfect. I'm in short sleeves and flip-flops and feel fantastic. So today, well, let's talk about last night first. So I was technically kind of wrong. The sun does technically set here. It sets around midnight and then rises around 4 a.m. But it never really gets dark. That whole like 4 hours in between just looks like dusk. You know, right after the sun sets, how everything still glows. That's how it looks throughout the night. And then, you know, 4:30 a.m., bing, the sun is up again. But you can tell that the sun did set on that side and it rose on this side. So we're so close to the Arctic Circle that the Earth is on a tilt and we're getting a lot of sunlight up here. So geography lesson for y'all. If you're interested, you have to go look that up because I'm not a geography teacher. But anyway, got a good night's sleep. Once I was finally able to fall asleep, I have a Nod Pod. I'll show you that in a second. Thank you, Gina, for introducing me to the Nod Pod because I could not have slept here in Alaska without an eye mask because even with the blackout shades, you know, sunlight is going to come in. But once I was asleep, I was out because yesterday was a long day. But we are nice and refreshed this morning. We chose the noon tour so we could have a leisurely morning today, which is what we're doing right now. Sophia's getting dressed now. And then we're just gonna go right down to that building there for our tour in about an hour and a half. And this is a Nod Pod. And it allows you to sleep when the sun is up. There is a nice communal kitchen in here, so if you want to stop before you come out and get drinks or food to cook, you can use the kitchen, you can use the barbecue. But the main thing we're using it for this morning is coffee for Sophia. I don't drink coffee, I have a couple of Diet Cokes, but we're gonna make her some coffee and go explore a little bit before it's time for our tour. I just read on the sign that they are open year-round. How cool would that be to come here in the winter when it's completely covered in snow and do this tour again? Well, let's do it first in the summer and see what it's all about, but it sounds pretty awesome, and that'd be awesome to come back and do it again in the winter. I found a little trail through the wildflowers so we can get a little bit closer to the river. Let's hope we don't fall in. That's probably cold water. So I am currently wearing a short sleeve shirt, pants, and flip-flops. I was told that when we get to the top of the mountain, it's a bit colder up there. So I have a sweater in my bag. Sophia's got a sweater tied around her waist. And I'm contemplating, do I put on tennis shoes or do I just go with it in flip-flops? Not sure yet. We are in the ATV. Me and Sophia have one all to ourselves. We're at the very end of the line. There's about 5 or 6 of us ATVs here. We have been told that we will go through mud. We will go up mountains.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, are we gonna go in water?
Yes, we're gonna go in mud.
Yeah.
So, Sophia is going to be excellent cameraman, right? All right, let's do this. So there's a lot of pull-offs up here, some right by the lake. Oh, there's another one. There's There's RVs all over the place out here, so you can come out here with your RV and boondock right by the lake, by the river. That's awesome. Now it is time for the windows to go up because we're going mud ride. climbing. Oh my God, just look at that. Look. Incredible.
Gorgeous.
Probably 20 minutes through the rocks, and then there's a loop, and we turn around and we drive back. Well, we have stopped and we have the opportunity to get out, but first I have to change my footwear because I am wearing flip-flops. Luckily, they gave me some boots because they knew. Because look at this. Mud. So we are stopping here to go panning for gold. How cool is that? So he's got the pans over here. He's teaching everyone how to do it. Go make some money.
If you get down fine enough, you'll see some black sand. That's all glacial sand. So this whole valley, as you might be able to tell, is a big U-shape, glacier formed. If you guys saw other glaciers on your trips to Alaska, this is just one where the glacier's gone now. But it formed this whole valley. That's where you see all this glacial moraine and the boulders up here. And as you get down to that fine sand, you'll see that black sand, and that's from the glacier carving out this valley. This is also Craigie Creek, the creek that we saw up by the mining ruins. So that creek runs all the way down this valley and then connects in with Willow Creek, the kind of big river we saw on the right-hand side as we went up the hill.
Sophia saw some sparkly water from the gold. Didn't find any gold flakes. I decided not to gold pan so I could just enjoy the scenery here because it is absolutely stunning. We're in a valley. We've got mountains on both sides of us. We've got this beautiful cold pond. Thank goodness they gave us boots because I wouldn't have been able to get out of the ATV without them. So, what a cool day. Did you get water in your boots?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, go back in the water. All right, back to the ATVs, back through the mud. Yes, our awesome tour guide backed it out for us because there was no way I was going to be able to get it out from that angle it was in. Okay, let's go. So we have pulled off for amazing picture spot. This is one of those campgrounds I was talking, or camping spots that I was mentioning as we came in. You can tell it's a camping spot because of the fire ring. But yeah, you can come up here in an RV, and I saw people just camping in tents too. And how amazing would this be? Oh man, me and Jason have to RV Alaska at some point. I know it's a long drive to get to Alaska, but we got to do it. This is amazing. What a beautiful day we're having. Miss Explorer down there. She's trying to get to the snow. I don't think you're gonna get to the snow. One more ride through the mud before we're done. Yay! Wow, that was an incredible experience. Like, what a way to start a trip in Alaska. I just like no words. It was incredible. Sophia had a great time. I had a great time. I got to drive. I was excited about that. I think I was the only female driver of the bunch. I think the rest of them, the men folks were driving, so I enjoyed that. I am going to leave a link down below to this tour and to the castle if you want to come stay here. There is a promo code so you can get a discount if you come and do this tour as well, and I 1000% recommend it. That was fun. Now we have been told, don't take the boring highway back to Anchorage. Take the pass. So we're gonna go back the way we came just now on the ATVs, but in our car, and keep going. If we go all the way, it'll take us to a different highway that we can take back to Anchorage. And we were told there's a beautiful lake and there's some other great views. So that is what we're gonna do because it's only 2:30 in the afternoon and we got a whole lot of daylight left. I am so very glad that we listened and drove the rest of the pass because we're in a territory that we weren't in with the ATVs. It's so beautiful up here. And we were told there's a lake. We gotta go find the lake. But Sophia has been wanting to touch snow all day long. And right there, snow. Yes, we're wearing t-shirts and flip-flops. And there's still snow up here. This is an incredibly beautiful drive. I'm so glad we did this instead of taking the shortcut back. It's really only about 15 minutes longer to come this way down the dirt road, but totally worth it. Look at this! We are in the middle of summer, and look how much snow is still on these mountains. It feels great out here. I've got short sleeves on, but there's still so much snow and it's so beautiful. We have entered the area of Summit Lake, and it just gets prettier and prettier. So definitely if you're making the drive, come from the direction we did, because you're just like getting layers of beautifulness. But from right here, like looking off at the mountains, you can see the clouds have come down, which is so cool when you see that. And the clouds are sitting on top of the mountains, and it's very breezy up here. And the snow is melting, and we've got like this little stream running right by us. So we are climbing an elevation. You can tell, I'll show you the road down here, and then the road, we're just doing a like switchback turn and are about to head up even further. Can you see the people up there about to jump? We have a hang glider. I am not that brave.
The upper left-hand side.
They just jumped.
Below.
This is incredible. We made it to Summit Lake. It is a small lake right here at the base of a mountain. We are pretty high up. I need to check the elevation and see if I can tell what it is. But the lake is partially frozen in the middle of summer. I just can't get over that. Sophia is over here trying to crawl into the lake. She's gonna be soaking wet by the time we leave here.
Now that I'm wet, can I get in?
No. Are your shoes wet?
Yeah. Then can I get in?
No. So it's really surprising. I just checked my altitude app and we're only at 3,800 feet and still have all this snow. Sophie's freaking out over a dog. Past the lake, we turn this corner and we see this beautiful waterfall coming down. And we see there's a trail to it. So we pulled off, parked again. Now we're hiking, sort of hiking. Yeah, I call this a hike, to a waterfall. I will admit, it's a little sketchy climbing that in flip-flops like I just did, but I made it. It's good. And this is beautiful. It looks like the waterfall is coming straight out of the snow. And then you look at the waterfall and then you just pan around and see just how stunningly beautiful it is up here. This is the top of Hatcher's Pass. This is the summit up here. 3886, there's a little sign down there. 3886 is the summit. Unbelievable. You see why this is my favorite place in the world. Alaska's amazing. I don't know if we're ever gonna make it to Anchorage. We have been on the Hatcher's Pass, which is 15 miles for over 2 hours. And just like it's just so unbelievably beautiful. And I'm seeing these mountains in the distance. I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, look, there's a turnoff. It's just Alaska. I just love it. Look at this. Look at this. Like, we went over a bridge and I'm like, oh, Sophia, did you see that river that we just drove over? And then there was a pull-off. Oh, I love this place. Well, we did actually make it to Anchorage. It did take us a while to get here. We went and got some yummy Indian food because I love Indian food. Sophia loved the naan. She wasn't a huge fan of the curries, but you know, it's new for her. I really enjoyed it. We got to our hotel. We're staying at the Westmark because this is the hotel that Holland America uses, and not tomorrow, but the next day we will begin our Holland America cruise tour. Yay! So we're here. We are tired. It's going on 10 o'clock and we have another tour tomorrow. So we're gonna get up and go to the Kenai Fjords National Park. So excited for that. And we did a lot today. Today was a great, great day. Loved our tour. Everything was great. If you're new to this channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and stay tuned because there's more Alaska to come.